in nature, with one exception: time. But it is possible to save it and to make it available to others, almost as if you could bottle it and put it on the market. Time to ask questions. Time to get answers. Lots of answers. Millions of answers a second. The kind of answers you need. Answers that give you information. Today, management needs more information than ever before. More accurate information. Faster. How fast? If this office had twice as many girls working twice as fast, it wouldn't be fast enough.
Ronald K. Burnell Leon G. Lloyd H. Byron Kenneth P.
What you just heard was the sound of 26,000 names being processed electronically. How fast was it? It would take a single bookkeeper an entire lifetime to do what an electronic computer can do in 2 hours. We call this electronic data processing, EDP. To do the same thing, the staff of this particular office would have to change from this to this. It's not surprising when you come to think about it. This is the 20th century. Every familiar field has a new look today. A new look that comes of having new problems to solve. This is our new look. Space-age banking at the speed of light. Where did it come from? Like all discoveries, it was a fresh combination of familiar things. Somebody once combined coal, air, and water, and produced nylon. Uses everything from parachutes and tires to blouses and stockings. We combined patterns, recording, and electronics, and came up with computers. Uses, no limit. The newest use we have, payroll service. Not just checks and a record, but checks on everything, on hours worked, on the time a given tended machine is in use, on the time it takes different employees to perform similar jobs. Let's see how this new service works. How many steps from here to here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty fast, eh? So fast, we'd better have that one again. Only slowly this time, with a few words of explanation. Initially, and only once, you enter the names of your employees on these registers. You also enter whatever payroll data is applicable. Then you send the register to us. You do this only once. After that, it is only necessary for you to forward changes to us to be posted. At our data processing center, the data is punched into data processing cards. The cards are fed into the computer. And out come the checks, and the statements, and the records, and the payroll data, and the answers to questions, lots of questions. When your checks are ready, we will notify you. That's all there is to it. Accurate? The odds are 10 million to 1 in your favor. Fast? If you had taken EDP at the beginning of this announcement, your payroll headache would now be over. Verification? Certainly. The information is verified and balanced against your control totals. Until our totals tally with yours, the payroll will not be run. You retain ultimate control. Confidential? Machines don't talk. In fact, Because of restricted access to the data, your payroll is handled with more privacy than is possible when you handle it yourself. Comparison. Where normally in an employer's office, a dozen people might handle payroll data, with payroll service, it would be handled by only one. Advantages? Time. The computer can handle a given employee's earnings record in less than a second. Money. If you write 50 checks or more manually, this system may cut your costs in half. Another advantage. You may have the benefit of electronic data processing without having to buy or maintain any of the costly equipment needed and without having to train special personnel. Suppose you already have such equipment. We still save you money. You do not need to interrupt your normal workflow for something non-productive. Besides which, payrolls are a part of our business now. We can do the work much more economically than you can. Finally, a single employee in the customer service center is personally responsible to you, the customer. This means that you are always able to deal personally with some one individual. This is one of the paradoxes of an electronic age. These machines have freed us so that we may devote more time to giving you more personal service. Here's what you will be getting. Payroll service prepares and signs paychecks and statements of individual earnings. It offers your employees the option of having their earnings credited directly to a Bank of America account. It prepares cumulative individual earnings records. It prepares and files federal income tax, state income tax, unemployment insurance, Social Security, disability insurance. It prepares all voluntary deduction records and makes disbursements. It reconciles paychecks. Bank of America's payroll service is standardized to produce low unit costs, yet this system is amazingly flexible. Which means? It means that the system is standardized to save you money, but set up so that you can get any kind of information obtainable from your basic payroll data. How much does it cost? The basic charge is a fixed fee for each paycheck issued. There are no special charges or setup costs. Each element of work is priced in advance. But what do we mean, any kind of information? What kind of information can you get? Are computers detectives? Sometimes, yes. It's surprising how much a man can learn from his own payroll. For instance, if you want to know how much wage costs are in overhead departments as compared with production departments, we can tell you that. Or if you want to know how much labor is required to manufacture particular parts, to determine whether you should manufacture them yourself or job them out, we can tell you that too. We can tell you the labor cost of running a distribution point in San Francisco and compare this with the cost of a distribution point in Los Angeles to help you determine whether you should consolidate your shipping operation. If you want to determine the exact amount of labor charge to be made for any government cost plus fixed fee contract, we can tell you that too. This is a kind of intelligence service, and decisions, important decisions, depend on intelligence. For instance, should you bid on a given contract or not? Of course, that's a decision only you can make, but only if you get the necessary facts to make it with, and get them fast. This can lead to more profitable management. Information is what we have to offer you. Who can use it? Any employer with 50 or more employees can save himself money by using this service. Any business of any description. If you have your headquarters in California, but have employees in other states, payroll service can handle the problem. If the payrolls are processed at branch locations, all the advantages remain the same. If you have headquarters in another state, but your California branch processes its own payroll, then payroll service operates in the same way as it does for individual firms. Accounting information required by your home office can be furnished to your specifications. Payroll service is adaptable to any method of earnings payment. Salary, salary plus incentive, salary plus commission, or straight commission. Just tell us. We'll tell the computer, and the rest will take care of itself. Well, it's quite something, isn't it? The same type of computers that guide missiles, plan space flights, run assembly lines, also handle payroll service. But then, what computers do is the drudgery. And what they give you, when all's said and done, is time. Time for you to work more creatively. And if there's one thing people always need, it's time. Time is precious. We don't want to take up any more of yours. All we want to tell you is this. When it comes to saving time, electronic data processing is the end. Thank you.